Sorry. Happy Tuesday, friends. You look great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nice.
So here shortly, they're going to start the Unite series of classes. They're getting ready to just start it online. But Ignite is it's a series of 20 classes. It's like everything you need to know, all the fundamentals to get into your first few years of real estate. And then Chris, they've been around for a long time. You guys are just taking this class to kind of refresh and plug in, right? So it's clear example that it's not just for new agents. It's just sometimes it's just great to go back and review your fundamentals and make sure you're dotting your I's and crossing your T's. Well, thanks you guys.
Thank you.
So what's something you guys learned about UW Saturday?
Lots of things, actually, but I think the most important thing is the camaraderie here. So everybody's very welcoming. They're more than willing to help and share information.
Except Chris.
I'm
Chris, last year.
kidding aside. We've been here for 5 years, but when we were brand new, when we were today. Yeah. It was support, it was working with the experienced agents that got us going. And now we're trying to hit it forward.
Yeah.
We're one of the experienced agents now.
And also the educational, I was saying, not many offices can offer something like this for new agents that to really help you, because there's a lot of information that's still left in the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's hard to decipher everything and what's most important, determine what you should focus on first. So there's lots of tools like this that will help you to focus.
First year, especially first year, it's going to be a huge one. So
And it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot, but this helps you, things like this will help you to determine what to focus on in the beginning.
great.
Awesome. You'll love it.
It's So Chrissy also, we have a mentorship program so people can get paired up with mentors, more experienced agents. There are a couple of them that are helping us be ready right now. I think you guys are both solid right now, right?
Yeah, two at the moment, yes.
So you got, so for the moment, they're booked up, but you know, you have about 15 of our top agents who are willing to help out newer people. So you get we'll talk about more after you get a coach who kind of like run the whole program, and then individual mentors who get something that, you know, 2 to 3 mentors. It's meant to get the most to make sure that you get a lot of one attention. So very cool.
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Now, what's your name? Jimmy. Thanks, Jimmy.
Nice to meet you, Jimmy.
Chris.
Chris and Chris. Yeah.
Chris. Okay.
Nice to meet
Give me
you.
1 second. Give me 1 second, Jimmy. I see these people hanging out in the waiting room, and I just want to make sure that they get to go. Here's Chris, we're not here anymore, but he's our in-house lender. It's awesome that I have one because he brings some buyers and before that, I thought we had my favorite letter and like, whoa, you wonder, I never know around the ball and whatever. Oh, hold on a second. Let's talk to Chris Jerry and see if they approve. You know, I don't think that's using it that way to kind of know where that's coming. And just it protects your time and if otherwise we're taking out looking at properties. And they may qualify for a lot more than we think they qualify for, and then all of a sudden, what kind of properties you look at is useless. If they're like, oh, we're looking at 1 million properties, you can look at $1.2 million properties, or the other way around. And it's how that helps prevent that. Also, I wanted to make a little couple of baseball games. That's super important when shooting a broker that they have a quality. No.
Sammie Suda.
You need to plug in.
Yeah, I never, my computer was so low. Battery.
You want to move back.
Huh?
You want to move back a table.
No, it's okay. Just charge this a little bit, it's fine, charge this quickly.
That was Jimmy McGill's fault.
Uh,
His name is Jimmy McGill's.
McGinnis.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Good thing he has a mask
Oh, my God. Huh. I can't respond.
on. No.
I have to do something. You might hear, you guys saying?
What's it mean? No, no. Where is sign stuff?
It's here. Yeah, we've been plugging in. You know, when we first came here, we just did those. Like we did different courses, like different classes. We didn't take up the thing. And so lessons from mentor now we'll figure it out. Oh, I'm the instructor today. I know. I know. Yeah.
We always check to see who the instructor is first. And then we decide,
Yes.
should we go? Should we get up? And
No, this is very basic. Yeah. We're like, we're supporting she's gonna be here in a little bit. So we did, yeah, we did once. I know they were. Yeah, it's good. I think there's the economist was on.
Oh,
Mhm.
well, I guess we shall wait for people. It's my same class I did last time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So. You are my only audience.
Well, you know, we've had a lot of people, so Sandra, when he's coming in, and usually a lot of people kind of show a little bit later,
Oh,
like, for like 2 minutes late.
Cool.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how to operate these things. Better mess around with it.
Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know. Did you have a good day?
Yeah, I did. I don't usually drink a lot, but for me, I do drink a lot. I'm a little tired. I'm not hangover or anything, just
Uh-huh.
tired.
Just from celebrating, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they come home to like almost 12. Which I usually go to bed like, oh, there you go. Oops, I think I messed it up. Oh. Wait. Oh, Hold on. Oh, God.
So that is another lunch comparison.
Yes, yeah, I didn't look at my, okay, Ethan.
Hey.
Did you take the class? Was it yesterday? Did you take the yesterday?
We did, actually, we were here.
Yeah, how many people were in the class? You did like.
I would say it was
Wait,
three, about maybe six-ish, like 5, 6-ish. Yeah. Actually, here, but then there was people, a lot of people online too. On Zoom.
Wait.
Did people sign on Zoom? Yeah.
Because you're James, I know. Oh, I'm just sorry, I don't know if you can see. Who's on there? You guys wanna come closer? It's like a wall.
I forgot, I need to connect my back. What Lauren did was she just kind of sat over here too, in the front.
Oh, really?
Okay. I think I got a lot of it too. Used it.
Hi, everyone. Let people in. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of people.
I don't know if you could do anything.
What's people?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you did go.
I flipped it around.
If the lights are, if the lights are outside, then it's okay. I know. What are you guys doing? How are you?
Everyone on Zoom, if you can hear me.
As long as this, as long as the lights are out right now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good, thank you.
Huh?
See each other. Let's start. Well, hi everyone, my name is Sammie. I'll be your instructor today. Thank you for joining me for the follow-up session of Ignite. I know Chris and Chrissy, but most of you I don't really know, so I'm gonna quickly go around and get to know each other. So, what's your name? Hi, my name is Hannah. Nice to meet you. I'm new or nice to meet you. Well, my name is Patricia. Patricia, nice to meet you. And you are really new to the office? Yes, I started in July. No, thank you. People. Zoom people, I'm gonna unmute you, so if you could, oh, hold on, more people here. If you could quickly, oops. Introduce you, hold on. Let me if I'm doing this right. Hey, Evelyn.
Yeah,
Hi.
hello.
I cannot see you, but you want to say hi to everyone so we kind of know each other.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Okay, she's my mentee, by the way, so I know her. Hi, Rosemary.
Hi, everybody. I'm from the LA Harbor office.
Okay, great, nice meeting you. Are you new to the real estate world?
Yes, I am. I'm still new.
Hi, Suzanne.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Suzette. I'm Keller Williams South Bay. I'm new to the real estate world. Passed the exam end of March. My husband passed end of May, and he and I are a husband and wife team.
Oh, great. Welcome. Hi, Arthur. I'm gonna unmute you.
Hello, how are you?
Are you new to the Keller Williams community?
Yes,
or
I joined at the end of May, beginning of June.
are you are you new to the real estate world too?
Yes, I got my license in May as well.
Okay, great. Well, welcome. Hi,
And he has
Crystal.
Thank you.
And he has a sale.
Oops, hold on. Hi, can you hear me? Crystal? Oh,
Yes, hi, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah, my name is Crystal Smith. I've had my license since 2019 and as well as I've been with the South Bay office since then as well. So yeah.
Okay, welcome. Hi, Alex.
Hello, class. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Nice meeting you. Are you new to the South Bay office or are you also new to the real estate?
Yes, I'm new to real estate. I got my license in the end of April, and yes, I am a new agent at Subway.
Okay, welcome.
Yes, you're welcome.
Well, welcome everybody. Just wanted to kind of let everybody know who's here, who we're gonna be spending the next 2 hours. So a little bit about me. I'm from Japan. I came here when I was 16 and I stayed. So I actually lived here longer here than in Japan. And I'm also just like Suzanne, husband and a wife team. My husband Brian, he is not here today. Maybe you meet him on Thursday class. I've been doing real estate since 2007. I joined after market crashed. So yeah, I missed a good time. But anyway, I've been with Keller Williams South Bay office since I entered the real estate world back in 2007. Actually, it's been about 14 years or so. And I'm mostly residential agent. And I'm one of the LT members. I don't know what else to say, but and if you have any question, my office is down the hall, so my door is always open. Anyway, I don't know if you have manual. You have it. You have, oh, it's in your email, I think. Yeah. So, I mean, we don't really go through the whole thing, but it would be kind of nice to have like charts a little small. Okay, anyway, let's get started. So, hold on 1 second, please. I'm trying to get this. You say you send to email? Do you like my email? It's sent by Poland? Yes. Right, yeah, it should be already in your email, yeah. Yeah, it's not easy for me to. I don't need it really. I mean, we'll go through the slides. Sorry, I'm gonna have to make this smaller than this. I'm trying to hide it. If it's in your way, I'm so sorry, but this is the best I can do. Okay, so today we'll be doing lead follow-up. So until Monday, it was all about lead generation. How are you going to get the business? And today we're going to talk about how to follow up the lead. So lead generation, if you think of it, like farming, it's putting seeds. Right, to start your business to grow. Lead follow-up is nutrient part, giving the watering the plant, adding nutrition to that. And transaction is when you get to cultivate your product. So lead follow-up is as important, if not more, well, actually lead generation is probably number one, but as equally important as lead gen. And hold on, there you go. So today's agenda, today you will learn about all about lead follow-up, what's lead follow-up, how to follow lead up, and basically what to do. Wait, no, sorry. Again, let's start with what's lead follow-up. Oops. Well, I'm not gonna talk to you guys about it. What's lead follow-up? What's your definition of a lead follow-up?
Is when you keep in touch, or when you send email or call to people that you meet in the open house, or when you talk about real estate and they know that you work in this field and you know constantly. So then,
Okay. Anybody else want to add to that? Or Zoom people? Okay. Well, yeah, just like we said, lead follow-up is leading somebody you already got in touch, somebody who mentioned you want to do business, or actually mentioned that somebody's interested in either buying or selling a real estate. Doesn't mean they're going to do business with you. They just let you know, like, okay, I'm interested. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm gonna start somewhere. Lead follow-up is too close.
it's not easy to see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so lead follow-up is basically, actually, this slide, next one is smaller. Can you see? Can you see? So, hey, so somebody from the Zoom, can you see the screen here?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, we can see it.
So lead follow-up. So you get a lead. It's let's say don't like this one. Okay, so anywhere in their lifetime, most people move at least 2-3 times, maybe even more. And average before between the move time is 7 to 10 years. It's actually got a little bit longer, and now it's about 12 years. People are staying a little longer in their home. So the lead follow-up comes in from the whenever you meet, let's say like here, you met them at the open house or whatever, mention that they're interested in doing something, buying or selling. And the lead follow-up is all the way to when they're ready to actually do something. So it could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 months, oh, no, somebody else. It could be 2 months, it could be 2 years, who knows? So it could be a really long time. Right? So how to lead follow-up that we want to learn today is you have to have a system. Like we talked about farming. Farmers are just, they don't do randomly water here, some fertilizer here. They have a system to have products at the end of the day, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. So lead follow-up is basically that. Let's do this one. So we talked about lead follow-up, but did you go what the lead is? Do you know what the lead is? Can you define lead? A lead? Yeah. Possibility of business? It's not yet business. You can have a wrong extension. It's a potential track, yeah. It's a contact somebody who's interested. or information they wanna buy, so like, that's right, potential gifts. And as lead follow-up only applies to the lead or leads only. What do you think?
What's the question?
Lead follow-up,
Right.
we think that they apply only to lead that you have.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I think that everyone that you know, well, that doesn't have to be just the lead, and strangers, you may, you know, they don't have something, but it could be a friend and family with anyone.
Like generation, like generation, we want more with.
Well, with the lead, it's anyone that have a, yeah, potentially do business with you. So these follow-up, the point is these follow-up apply to not just the lead, to everyone, your family, your friends, everybody you know, everybody in database. Why? Because everybody has to live somewhere. Might not be fine, you know, renting. When they go that, they might also know somebody. Or know somebody that may be selling or buying the real estate. So this collab actually applies to everyone you know. And
I chime in too, Sam, I think also that includes people, especially for new agents, and if your sphere of influence is gonna be a big part of your leads, really consider leads. So I think that Sammie also means by encompasses everybody, and also, you know, just touching base with your friends, your parents, and your family, and consider going all one to.
anyone,
That's right.
but anyone, everyone has to live something, right? So, and, one other question is, do you think, let's say I met Christy at the open house, do you think I'm the only, I'm not, what was the website? Do you think I'm only in her database? For example, yeah, like I'm just walking into the open house, I met Christy to the open house, and I left my contact information. Do you think I'm only in her database? Like, so yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's my point. So even the friends too, they just go everywhere, open houses, popping everywhere, whatever, signing on online. Anyway, they give contact information, they are not belong to somebody's database. And why they follow up is important is that because you want to be top of their mind when they are ready to do a real estate transaction. And unfortunately, me too, I'm on probably like hundreds different database, like a call from software company, DJ, anything. So our job when we follow up is to be on top of their mind because with your mom or your best friend, they're in somebody's database. And then, unfortunately, we're stopped. Thank you. So, how do we ensure? My point is, how do we ensure that you will be the one when your friend or whoever is ready to do real estate transaction, you will be the one that will be calling you.
Making sure they don't forget to do that.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be top of their mind when they think I'm going to buy a home or I'm going to sell a home. How do we do that? By systematically following up. It's each follow up. So how we do it? So this is the chart. When it could refer back to. Unfortunately, we don't know when exactly, or we can make them when they're gonna move. They're gonna do whenever they move, when the life event happens, or you know, when they're ready to move. So this is the basic lead follow-up framework. This is the lead when you meet or when you first get in touch with somebody who mentioned they want to do real estate business. Lead follow-up is right here. By getting in touch with them systematically until they do something by phone call, text message, or email or in person. By giving valuable information, education, and then product of the lead follow-up will be profitable business. Any question about that so far? Yes. I'm gonna ask somebody. Hey, Suzette, any question? Do you have any questions so far?
No, not yet, but I will.
Thank you. It's trying to get some energy conversation going. Anybody else any questions? Ceci?
I can give you an example from this morning and
Okay. Yeah, please do.
okay, so this morning I was speaking with one of my, I'm a treasurer of an organization. And so I had to call someone to see if they're doing an audit for me. And in our conversation, I mentioned to her that I was doing real estate, and she mentioned that her son, who's 40 years old, and his girlfriend are having issues, and she wants them to buy something when they break up in October. And she said, I'll give you a call and let you know, if it happens. And my response was, well, even if it doesn't happen, if he's paying $5,000 a month now for rent, that's $60K a year over 2 years, $120,000, that whole spill there. And she was, okay, well, keep me posted. So that was possible business. And is it now probable business because I had a conversation with her? Or
Well, I think at this point, it is.
according to your chart,
Yeah, so you're now in this,
probable business.
because they're not there to do transaction. So
Mhm.
you're gonna be staying in touch with them, providing information, make sure you're gonna be on
Right.
top of their mind when the time comes to actually do transaction.
Mhm.
Because another thing is that when they start talking, let's say, for example, like buying a home, when they start talking about buying a home, they'll be talking to friends and family, they start popping into a house, or they go to the website, like Zillow, Redfin, whatever. And there's always advertisement, right, made for online agents. And there's like a little chat thing pops up and like, can I help you? Right? They could reply to that and they could have a step conversation, even though they're talking to you already. You never know when they could just get snatched by some other agents.
Mhm.
Right? And all of a sudden when you're at the party and they're just, oh yeah, I'm gonna be thinking about buying a home around October. And then you're just somebody who was, oh, I just bought a home, I know a realtor. I'm like, why don't you use my realtor? Those conversations pop up all the time. But how are you gonna be the one that they're gonna call you and then they will use you? By doing a lead follow-up, staying in
Mhm.
touch, giving your value to them, so they see, because they're exposed to agent and the advertisement to get their business all the time, just like we do, as a consumer. So lead follow-up is gonna be the key for you to get to the profitable business with this particular lead. Both actually. Does it make sense? Any comment, question?
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah.
I think the lady online, you need to be more aggressive. And you need to set something up directly with that potential buyer, not with the buyer's mom. Otherwise, it'll never happen. Because that potential buyer might have a friend from school who's an agent. And they'll call that his friend before he'll ever call someone his mom knows. So
His
you-
mom is giving him the down payment.
Well, you guys are talking about specific situation, I'm talking about in general.
No, I'm talking about being more aggressive with chasing that lead.
The particular, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's what it's gonna be lead forward, like you just don't do anything after, like, initial conversation, then the last business died. Like he said, you be in touch and you're giving value and information to get the business to the profitable business stage.
Therefore, perhaps I'd recommend that you try to arrange a meeting with the two additional parties, the mom and the son. And the son's, you said mentioned girlfriend, wife, somebody. I would
Girlfriend.
try to get them all in one room together. And then provide your value. And then try to sell
So that might work. I mean, you have to know your audience. So that might work in your typical situations, but she's the type of mother that I am. That's why we're friends.
them. Okay,
So her son won't really have much to say about it. It's just a different situation. I mean, I agree with you.
okay,
how
I understand.
I have another,
That's just me not knowing the details.
Yeah.
And of course, every situation
Is
is
different.
different.
But I do have another situation. I think you're correct. And with what you just said with your comment, I'm going to be more aggressive with the other two individuals that I know because we don't have that type of relationship. And I could lose them to that daughter's friend or that husband's friend. You are correct. So that's great advice. Thank you.
Sure, get the daughter's email, do something, but try to get in direct contact with that daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Get in her ear before someone else does.
Right.
Provide your value.
Well, that wraps that particular situation. For the point is, you get a lead, just like you did, not going about this, I'm not talking about specific to particular this lead, I'm talking in general. You get a lead, what you're gonna do next is, if the buyer set up the search, if the home seller, even start giving them, also comparables and the market value information, anything like that, by doing lead follow-up. That's part of the lead follow-up. So now that lead became probable business, now you're doing lead follow-up, so it goes to the profitable business. So I'm just using an example. So now you met, you're going to be doing lead follow-up, so you can get to the profitable business. And so profitable business is transaction closed, the sales done.
Right.
So I think you have a mentor, right?
Yes.
So talk to your mentor, share that detailed information about the particular situation, but it sounds like a little complicated. So then they can guide you to do exactly how you can take that client to the lead to the client level. So you can have that particular potential business. That makes sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Because it sounds like a little complicated. So need to know the details and then kind of have a more step-by-step guide on that one. So yeah, talk to your mentor and then go have them help you so they can help you get to that particular lead to the next level, to the client, so that you can have a to the buyer side, to the particular potential sale. Anybody else, any questions so far? Okay, so long story short, it's all about how you stay on top of their mind. If you are not the first or the second in their mind when they're ready to do something, you probably won't get the business.
Yes. I think about me. I don't have too much friends in this country. I also didn't study in this country. I don't have too much people that know me or know my knowledge or know my personality. No, it's too hard to make people is attached to me. It's a connection. Yeah. Also in the but how can I make aggressive or strong marketing? For me, I had that social media, I had Facebook, I had Instagram, but just my mother and my brother like my posts. Most of the people that I know in the open house, so they don't want to follow my Facebook. How can I make more aggressive marketing or I don't know.
Well, marketing is even targeted marketing, for example, it's like throwing flyers from helicopter to particular, area, particular, whatever the audience you have, and it's whoever, it's like it's very passive. Yeah, you cannot expect 10 people to have an audience come in and do business with you.
Yeah.
No matter what production it is, 80% of their business comes from their database, either family, friends, past clients that they already know, not a complete stranger. So, you said you're from a different country, me too, and, don't have any friends, you do have a friend. And if your friends have a friend, the family member, so your coworkers, you do have people, we just don't know to put them in the database or we want to know. It's sometimes happen overnight, it takes time to build your database. Yeah. And not everybody in the database when they're dealing with you. Only, look at the life cycle, like 10% of them would do a business with you and give you a business in 1 year. Yeah, but it's getting harder because everybody's exposed to so many different agents all the time. So the number is actually presently getting lower, but that would mean, encouraged because my business, about 85% is either referral, repeated, or if it comes from database too. Yeah. It takes time, yeah. And the social media, it's to me business page, like for example, is like a business card. That some like kind of like, oh, this is what I did, what I do, kind of thing. Not necessarily to generate lead from a particular business page, unless you put Facebook ads or boost the cost, then it will be appear to random stranger, right? Yeah, but online quality might not be as good as somebody with Yeah, because you have to build a relationship, trust, and all of that. So, what do you think?
Okay. Yeah, if I were you in your position, I'd focus on your strengths, not you're looking to weaknesses. I don't know anybody, I don't speak English very well. Well, you fortunately live in Los Angeles. Right, we're a huge Spanish speaking community. Plug into those, target those, you can target, I don't speak Spanish very well, but you can target those communities better than I could ever do it. Start whatever it is, you're in a sailing club, I don't care, you're in a checkers club, I don't care, whatever it is.
Big community, anything where you can get yourself out there.
Yeah, you just have to look, we're not used to doing that, I don't even know how to pay people, but it's actually way more than what you think. Like you look at your phone and you go contacting all the way, you see numbers, how many people in your contact in your phone. That's another database you already have. Which people already because you have their numbers. These people have to live somewhere or know somebody might do a business. So you have people to reach out, and your doctors, your mom's doctor, they could be in your database and potential business too. You never know. And like I said, you speak Spanish. That's a huge plus for any language, or you don't even have to speak any language if you have past experience in another language. How would that be? Like some kind of, still you have anything. It's fun. That is just the way you think of it. If you think about it, then that's how it's going. So think what you think, whatever is negative right now, take it to positive. I speak Spanish, I can help. I cannot help people who speak or mainly speak Spanish because I don't speak. You. That's the value right there for me. You see, I don't have that value. You do.
Don't have the limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
When we're talking about limiting.
Yeah, that goes to everyone because we don't have sales skill, sales history yet, or anything like that. Doesn't matter. You have something that you can offer to your client.
Again, don't just focus on your 5 friends.
Wow.
You need to.
Rosemary, let me hear what you think or any aha or question so far.
And if you don't have any interest or hobbies, you better find some, because that'll be your source of clients and starting, if anything.
Go ahead, you can speak there, coughing over there.
I'll let Rosemary, we go through what we're going to say.
Yeah. What do you just asking for aha and what you think so far about lead follow-up? Kind of was a lead like all over the place, but.
I think what was well said, if for the person that was asking about what does she do when she doesn't know very many people, like targeting people that you can be more helpful to, like, let's say, someone that speaks more.
Rosemary, I can't hear you.
Let me try to take my headphones off, see if that works. Hold on.
Yeah, here you go, much better.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, very clearly.
Okay. Like just targeting people that, like, let's say the lady that was saying she doesn't know very many people, target someone that knows more of like her language. Like in my case, I'm bilingual, so I can access, people that are Spanish speaking or join clubs to be able to get those leads.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the way how you take it, how you look at it. It could be an opportunity, it could be a limitation, but you do have advantage. You speak Spanish. Yeah, so.
Once you find one possible lead, ask that lead, do you know any other people I can help? One lead could turn into 3. Target one, and then, most of the time, maybe she won't know, she won't know anyone else, but it doesn't hurt to ask for it, just ask for it. And like I said, if you don't know, a lot of us adults don't have a lot of friends that don't know a lot of people, most of us don't. Your situation's not any different than a lot of us.
Exactly.
You need to go out there and you need to tell everybody what you do and tell them in Spanish. And that's it. What did you get creative? I don't know. Go where Spanish people hang out. You know a friend that has a restaurant? Ask them if you can hang a flyer, leave business cards in that restaurant. That kind of stuff. That's your strength. Your strength is speaking Spanish. And you
Yeah,
gotta
I
go
think
with your strength.
always. You look around and then you could
So,
start too.
Like I said, don't just look this way. Look, broaden your vision and like, okay, what else can I do? What everything you look at could be potential business. You can walk onto a car lot,
Crystal?
start talking to the car salesman, ask the car salesman. Tell them to people there and say, hey, do you know anybody that wants to buy a house?
She might be that other.
Be a salesman.
Arthur, are you there? Or Evelyn, whoever wants to share.
Yeah, actually, my mother says I need to get better at my Spanish speaking skills. That way I could have like leads that speak Spanish.
Definitely. Yeah.
Spanish speaking. Because I know Spanish, but I'm not excellent at it.
But you already can start a conversation, so that's
Yeah.
us, right? Thank you, Sharon. Thank you for sharing, Evelyn. How about Daria? Hi, are you there? Maybe not. Alex? Hey,
Yes.
Alex.
Hey,
What's your aha so far?
my aha moment will be, I was thinking about, as I think somebody mentioned about something about a restaurant and maybe doing some type of partnership with the restaurant. And I was thinking about my barbershop where I usually go to. I could do some type of I've been going there for a long period of time, for years, and I could do some type of partnership with him where if he could generate me some lead, if I could put a flyer there, if I could be able to get a business from him, and I could be able to give him some cut, or even sponsors his clients their haircut for the duration of time, maybe like 5 haircut. I will take care of it of my pocket, and if he generate me the lead, if they
So
buy
the
with
lead can come from anywhere, right? Like your barber, perfect. He's like the best because they talk while they're getting hair done. And that's a great, he knows so many people and they usually talk about their personal life. So definitely get in touch with him and like you said, leave a business card, just like get in touch with the barber and get a lead. Everyone. I'm not used to this. Anyway, so do we have a kind of good understanding of why the follow-up is important? Okay, I think. Just one moment, sorry. Okay, now we talk about how to lead follow up. So Keller Williams, you guys use this 19 to connect and all that? No. So when the command center was created, it used to be like 36 touch kind of thing, but still like now 36 to convert. So Keller Williams have a great system, actually systems to follow up lead systematically. So there is no fallout or we don't drop the ball here and there. You know, we're busy with that habit. So this, the first when you get a lead, we have 19 patches are here to make that lead into contact, which is kind of confusing. But when you meet, let's say let's say somebody who you met at open house, you put in 19 to connect. And in 1 year, throughout the year, you have 4 touches, phone call, 12 monthly email, newsletter or market report, whatever, but once a month goes out to them. And in 2 touches, proportional like postcard, magnet calendar at the end of the year, or quarterly or semi-annually market report of the whatever the neighborhood they live in, and 1 touch like client event. Or this is it could be great to have, but in the beginning of a career might not be something you'll be doing, but something to think about. So this will help you if you have a manual. I can go on page. Mine's a different, but here. So the reason why we do this is because we always want to stay in touch with the leads. So when they do, because we don't know when they're ready to do or when they're when have a life event that they have to make a move. By doing this without just randomly, I'm gonna call somebody today. This will give you without worry systematically being on the top of their mind. So one system, and that is a little confusing, but it could be any conversation, just one phone call, right? With talking, with detail, okay. But if I want to, I'm just on the phone. That instead of it's really difficult to explain this. Yeah, like if you met an open house and then I'm thinking about home, this was the right home, and then you start sending monthly email, postcard, the 4 touches, and 6 months later, I call Chris and say, "Hi Chris, hope you remember me that I've been getting my email. I think I'm finally ready to actually buy a home, or I found a home I like and then I want to go take a look at it." We said that kind of conversation, the one that takes to the more like a client level relationship, that's the ones commit that you're talking about. And it's a bit confusing, like, because it just naturally happens in everyday life, but just a random person you met, they mentioned about doing some kind of real estate or interest in the real estate. But then you have this conversation that they become a like closer client, more likely. Then, but the client become a client, but the rest of them, even the client, the past client, you're also always gonna have to stay in touch with them because they might sell that house, or they might do an investment property, or they're gonna refer somebody they know that interested in something real estate. Then it goes to 36 to convert. Kind of similar, but more touches instead of the 19 a year. 4 touches, quarterly phone call. We have a great system in the Keller Williams called the do the DTD2, do the database per 2. You know, have you seen it? Mm-hmm. We have a chart that I don't have in this. It doesn't come with it, but the it's algorithm. I wish I had this in there, but we have a system. If you're interested, email me and I'll send it over to you. The 26 bi-weekly email offering some type of information. And the good thing about having command, it will do that for you once you set it up. You remember doing this in the earlier class, like how you set up contacts in command? Did you guys do that? Like using smart plan in command once you get the link kind of thing. No?
We discussed it, but I don't think they really said how to actually set it up.
Oh,
Okay, man, but they did mention that
Yeah.
there's a way to set it up in there,
Oh,
but they didn't go into detail of.
gotcha. Okay, so this is a system already created for you by Keller Williams. You can make your own or customize it, of course, but why recreate the wheel, right? So you know, in the command in the contact in the smart plan section, you can set it up, and it is will go out automatically twice a month. You don't have to do anything like that. And then 2 touches, get-togethers, events. From in the 4 touches, kind of similar to the other one, but this one's a little bit more. So this is Keller Williams' way of how to stay on top of their money. Any question about this? I don't know, it shows up on your student manual. You have that? You have that? Okay. Suzette,
Yes.
hey, do you have any question about the plan?
So I've seen the plan a couple of times. My question is, like for on the contacts, 26 touches bi-weekly. So 4 touches are your initial phone calls. 2 touches, events, get-togethers, parties. Would you say to do those in the middle of your?
Well, it could be anyway. This is just a suggestion how to stay in touch. You know, Keller Williams has all kinds of researches, and they found that 36 touches throughout the year is very effective and proven that helps to be on top of your client's mind. So you can stay in touch with them, and then when they do have some real estate transaction in their mind, they'll call you, or if they have a referral, they'll call you instead of sending it to somebody else. So it doesn't have to be perfectly followed by, you can customize it however you want. You don't even have to do client events or anything like that. It's just this example of how you can stay in touch.
So what do you do?
I do. So I do have set up 4 touches, phone call, so 1 quarterly call to everybody in the database, and then 26 touches bi-weekly email. 1 goes through command. It sends to everybody in the database who has the address, or you can set it up the neighborhood they're interested in. Monthly stats directly from command, but that's just. Have you ever seen that kind of email from command? It's very you know, like dime a dozen kind of look. So I send personal email, my market update type of email with the video to my clients or whoever's in the database. So I customize it. And I customize the seller leads, buyer leads, past clients, social, the sphere of influence, you know, so they have a different appropriate information and the value goes to them. So that's what I do with 26 touches parts, and in 2 touches client events. I don't do client events yet because it costs money and it has to be profitable.
Right.
So I don't do it. I'm thinking about it maybe next year now that COVID's and all that, easing people more comfortable getting together. But not for everybody in the database. It's for my VIP clients, sphere of influence probably to start with. And the 4 touches. Promotional direct postcard definitely goes out. Doesn't have to be only 4. I actually send out a lot more than that. And once a year, towards the end of the year, I've been sending magnet calendars. They'll pass to people in database or farm area. But I do pop-bys. Are you familiar with pop-bys, anyone?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. So pop-by is basically I just pop up to their doorstep. For example, I know Christy, she's one of my past clients, and periodically, actually 4 times a year, I stop by at their door and I just knock. Hey, Christy, how are you doing? These are the people I already know from my past clients. So, you know, I don't do that to the strangers, but I would do that to my clients, the VIP clients, right? So then pop up with the value, usually quarterly market report or comparable analysis report. I call it equity report of their home, if they own a home or they bought a home from me or somebody else. I got that with some little candy bars or something, but You can Google it, real estate Popeye ideas, and you see what I'm talking about. Like, July 4th, I did Popeyes and then had a popsicles or, candy that little pieces of rocks that pops in your mouth, you know what I'm talking about? That with my business card and then reports or market update or newsletter, or whatever, and just drop it off. If they don't know how much, just drop it. I'll take a picture of that and send it to their text message. Like, hey, I was just in your neighborhood. It's nothing usually, you know, I'm there to say thank you, but we get to talk if they're home. I get to have a face-to-face. The face-to-face, voice-to-voice, belly to belly are the most important and valuable, high impact. The best way to connect with the client. So I get to have the opportunity to do Popeye. It works. I stay on top of their mind because my referral and the repeat business are really high. And it doesn't have to be expensive. Each Popeye is less than $1. You know what I mean? That little candy doesn't cost like $5. It's no gorgeous Godiva or anything like that. It's a little like candy. And I don't care if they eat or not. If they have a 3 kids, I just put 3 candy bars. But whatever, just and I make it fun. So it's not about healthy either. Like Halloween, I drop by a little bucket of candies, you know, or so really nothing that I don't, it's not about me giving a gift. It just gives me opportunity to stop by and do something. They'll remember me, you know, just something like that. It works for me. It might not work for you, but something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. The two-touch events. So like, how did that work? So you call all your clients, tell them like you having like some type of party, and like, what is that?
Oh,
Like, how did that work?
Yeah, this client event is a whole another big thing. It's like you could have like classes about this too. I personally I've not really done in-person events, but then during COVID, I did the Zoom party. I did the invited not everybody in the database, only the clients who, you know, like the atheist clients, or the sphere of influence. We had a scavenger hunt, but Zoom version during the pandemic. So that's the only client that I personally did. But yeah, that's another whole thing. Like, but actually doing setting up for client events is a great lead generation too. You get to invite, you get to really reach out to them, have a high touch period when you plan an event. So it could be a picnic in the park, just gather, you provide, you know, taco truck or ice cream truck or the balloon artist or whatever. Just have an event, get an appreciation party type thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it used to go, you know, just like entry level, I guess, you know, the picnic at the park to some agents in other states. I heard that they rent out the one movie theater, just the one room, and have all the clients come over in a free movie night kind of thing. To some, you know, people who are dealing a high end or people with a really big budget.
Are they gonna be receptive? Are they gonna be like, people are busy with their life and all that stuff? Like,
Yeah,
are people gonna be?
Yeah, you don't want, like, you invite 100 people, you don't expect 100 people to come. It's about like kind of like appreciation event,
Okay.
giving back to the clients type thing.
Okay.
But you get to be in front of them, to invite them, you get to reach out, so you get to have a contact, and you know, and always when you talk to them, they're gonna ask about real estate too. So it's a great way to generate referrals or another business from them.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's a whole another class, and there's a lot of seminars and stuff like that going on. If you need more information, I highly recommend checking out wwith. Have you ever heard?
No, no, I haven't heard that. Repeat that one more time. Oh, please.
Jeff Glover. He's one of the top agents in Keller Williams. He's from like Detroit, that area. And he's a big mega team. He has like an expansion team and all that stuff. And they just gave client event class online, and if I find it, I'll send the link over to you, but then you put the name of this guy, you can Google it. But it costs money to do all sorts of planning, so. His name is Jeff Glover. And I think might have a YouTube or
Yeah, just send the email to them.
Facebook. You can watch that class, online seminar that they had. I put it in a chat so everybody can jot down in the Google. But make sure we have to be profitable with the business, so don't go too crazy with it, you know, when we are starting out. Because there's no guarantee that you will get business out of it, but you most likely you will, but you know, we don't know exactly when. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Any other question, anyone? You guys are so quiet.
There was another class I was in, someone asked the question about events. And they mentioned that if you develop a relationship with the vendors, that sometimes the vendors will sponsor the events for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's something Alice can look into.
Absolutely, yep.
And I have a friend who does real estate. I didn't even know she sold real estate, and she has an annual 4th of July party, and her party is coveted. And now I know why her party is so lavish, because she's an agent, and her vendors are probably paying for her party. Every 4th of July, she has a party.
Yeah.
And it's become larger and larger. And someone said, well, you know, she does real estate. I'm like, I didn't know. And we've been friends for 20 plus years. I never knew she sold real estate.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't.
See, that's the thing. That's a great example. Thank you for sharing that. You think they know, but they don't know. Even though they see you on social media and it's, you know, put like real estate post or something, but it goes through their head and it doesn't really stick unless you periodically, constantly dropping that little I do real estate, social media, or a little conversation, a little, you know, here's, remember I do real estate, I do real estate, things like that. But because, like you said, you knew her forever, she probably mentioned it before, but you know, it doesn't stay with her head, right? So the next follow-up is what you know, be top of their mind.
Right. Like especially when you have, we're friends because of our children. So when we converse, it's usually about our children and what they're doing and what they're not doing. So occupations never came up.
Yeah. Maybe that's a little aha right there. They think they know, or you know, like I said, but you know, maybe she didn't even mention, but that it could happen to you. They think I remember real estate, but then I want it from somebody else. I totally forgot about it. It happens to me too sometimes. Well, hold on, not that way, this way. Okay, so let's just talk about everybody. Mute yourself, please. I don't know how to do it from this end and clicking everyone. I hope it works. There you go. All right. Okay, if there's a questions. Oh, hold on. Wrong way. There you go. All right, let's go through this question. Chris, what are your strengths when working with people? And how can you adapt the touches of a 19 Connect to represent? Well, let's get that first question. What's your strength?
My strength is communication. My other strength is I'd hold the conversation, I'd carry the conversation, I'd ask the right questions. And ask the right questions could be anything from what hobbies you both have in common to something as little as maybe the shoes the person's wearing or the area they're looking for. You just look for things to talk about. Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to keep about real estate. What's really important is connecting with that potential lead, that potential client, and you can connect with them with anything, with almost any topic. And if you have the ability to connect and you have the ability to make that person like you and make them laugh, most of the time it's pretty easy after that.
Yeah, because people do business that they like. They don't care how much you've been in business, how much you know, how fancy you look. They don't care unless they know that you care and they like you, right? Because remember, real estate is one of the most expensive purchase or sale they do there in life. They don't want to work with somebody they think they don't like me or, trust you, or they don't fight together, you know what I mean? So, like we said, more than the real estate level, you have to connect as a person too.
And sometimes it's hard. Some people have very hard exterior shells, and sometimes it's hard to crack those shells. And I've said this before to people, if you want to try to get through to that, just start asking the person about themselves. People love to talk about themselves. If you can get them talking about what they like to do, or where they've been, or what their plans are, if you can open them up that way, you'll be a little more successful in getting to know them. A lot of people, they don't want to talk to salespeople.
No.
They hate it,
Yeah.
It's like going on a car lot. You see them coming, you go the other way.
They
But
want to know that they care, that you care about them. That's why.
that's right, don't look so thirsty when you're talking about them, just talking about the real estate thing. Maybe that's the easiest go to talk about. You can talk about anything, what kind of car they pulled up in, hey, I see, just noticed you have that new whatever it is, talk to them about that. Anything that can open them up, where you can try to get them to, or you try to get them to know them on a little more of a personal level. Personal levels will open up to other avenues and other conversations, such as, why are you looking for a bigger house? Oh, I see your wife is pregnant. Oh, that makes perfect sense. Oh, congratulations on your new promotion in your new job location. I see why you're looking in this area. They can go 1,000 different directions. So there, that's my strength.
Thank you for sharing that. How about Christelle? Hi, what's your strength? It's just, sorry, there you go.
I kind of find that with me, my talking to people and building relationships, especially when it comes to lead generation, it kind of comes more, it's like organically more so. I do kind of struggle with, like he was saying, about the hard exterior sometimes people have, and sometimes that feeling of the rejection kind of gets to me, and it makes it really hard sometimes to connect with people.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. So like as far as my strength is concerned, it just sometimes it comes organically through just maybe connecting on some other level, but then the real estate comes up. But yeah, most of the time I do struggle with the rejection part.
I understand. We all do, because we all get rejected doing real estate. So that's something we cannot avoid, or it will never go away, unfortunately, because you'll be talking to strangers or people you don't know, that they don't know you, they don't trust you, you don't have a relationship with them. So and the people these days, they don't want to, like you said, sometimes you have shelves and the layers that you have to peel.
Mm-hmm.
How you do it is by contacting them, asking questions, find a common ground. Just not the real estate, but as a person, they have to kind of get to know you too. But it's just a process we all have to go through. But we all have that. So just FYI, rejection is something we all deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all just to think about it. So all that spent, how are you gonna implement that to the follow-up practice? Oh yes.
I have a question. I contact someone that had a business and I want to, they refer me, they decline. Which speech I can use? What I want to say?
So somebody reached out for your business.
For example, the person that sells cars. I can say, oh, my name is Patricia, I am a real estate agent, and I want you refer me to Jane. This is only the speech, or I need to say more.
Are you referring to
Yeah.
to service people, or are you referring to other like people that you did business?
Not I can.
Your question is how to ask for leads.
Yeah, for me, to other person that.
You don't just, you don't just,
From like inspectors and things like that, other
yeah.
For
business
other
people.
Yeah,
from other business.
for
Other business people just ask for.
yeah,
Well, you have to know people. They're not gonna just give you the business, they, you know, they wanna know what's, everybody, remember this, it's always, what's in it for me? That's what they have in their mind, what's in it for me? Why do I have to work with this person? What's in it for me
yeah.
to work with this person? So you can give the value to anyone. Right, the buyer, seller, or the business or vendor, or like, for example, like your dry cleaner you go to or something. Why do I have to give business to this realtor? What's in it for me? Or why is she so special? What do you want to do for me? What's benefit? What's the benefit? So you have to provide the value. Yeah, and then you cannot expect the business from that person just because you give a value. You never know. You cannot expect the business back. It's our job to be saying, have giving value and value education, information they need. And then when they have somebody, or when they are ready to do something, you want to be, or your job is doing a big follow up to be the top of mind. So when that happens, when the time comes when they want to buy a home, sell a home, or when they need somebody to know real estate, they will say your name. You so they make it?
I just say, I have to give the value,
Yes, meaning
but
not
how I can do that? They
It
don't know me.
yeah, they don't know you yet. They have to get to know them and they have to know you.
I have to give a flyer or
could be
a document, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be value, but it could be also care. That you show that you care about them. Remember that. Yeah, it could be market piece that, hey, you know, I just visited home. If you know what you're starting to somebody, just let me know that, you know, like share this information. That could be one conversation. Or, you know, if that person owns the home, don't expect anything, but like give them value in the market stuff. Right now, it's changing, shifting market. Everybody has concern, question, is uncertainty is scary now. What's gonna happen? What's the home price is gonna be? All that question to you. You educate yourself.
Yeah.
Then you share that information. You be the messenger of what's happening in the real estate market that they don't have. So the point is, you could give any value if they, yeah, but you can expect them to give it to you.
That they can read
Well, it doesn't matter.
or speak.
Anything. But remember, just because you gave, doesn't mean another,
Yeah,
doesn't mean immediately either.
but we can try. Maybe.
You have to plant the seed every day.
Yeah.
And one of them, don't expect the all, but one of them will come out someday. Just don't know when, that's when we have to lead gen all the time, we have to lead follow up and make sure they grow. Does that make sense?
And I think also what you're getting at, previous street night classes, when they were like, right at the Fed, or they're saying that. It's standards here, this goes along with lead generation too, so they were saying, when you partner with certain people, you know, rationalize. And you'll have agents that do that too. It's like, oh, can we post a review, or can we do a video, Can we post a video, so we can watch your business? Right, I think that's what you're asking too. So that's how you're giving the value, right? You're saying, I want to promote your business, I want to work with you. Yeah, right, that's the normal regeneration that we're talking about, right?
Yeah,
And
and
then
then
you can do it promote to regenerate.
it's give and take, give and take. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a lower percentage. Lower percentage of partnering with, you know, different, professionals.
Yeah, for example, newsletter I have this month, a vendor that I recommend, like a local vendor, like introduced to the neighbors, you know, like let's take example like Torrance and this plumber that I met, and he lives in Torrance, he doesn't have anything, just example, okay? So like, hey, I just put a corner of my newsletter or the email news that I just said. vendor of the month, Mr. and Mrs. Plumbing Company. Just business information. That is a value to the business. It's free, just putting a newsletter, but they don't know that it's free and they don't cost me that much, but they think they can market it. They are getting marketed, but like, no, that's a value to them. It doesn't have to be monetary or actual value, something like that to help them. That's the value. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just an idea. Yeah. Anybody else? About the strength about working people?
The point of today is follow up, follow up, follow up. You're not gonna get asked for someone for leads the first time you meet them. You're gonna continue to follow up with them until they start getting used to your face, used to hearing what your voice sounds like, getting used to getting comfortable. And then it's like making friends. It's like high school all over again. You're in high school. The first day you show up at high school, nobody knows anybody. Nobody wants to talk to you, right? But as the weeks go on, you guys kind of get comfortable with each other. Everybody's calms down, and then you start making friends. Those are follow-ups. Those are touches. Every time I'm going to see that kid tomorrow, I'm probably, I kind of like that kid. There's something about that energy. We would be friends. You do that with your touches. You make
That's
touches.
how you can measure.
And then color preaches, it's cemented, and by the time you make 32 touches, you guys want to prom together or something.
Yeah, when you do this, that's prom day. Anyway, so you might know this, so then you too. Okay. So let's do a little quick. Everybody unmute yourself, because I want you to yell, or not yell, but answer my question. So I'm gonna say a word subject, and I want you to say very quickly whatever comes up of your head first. Whatever that comes up, okay. Whatever comes up of your head, I want you to share that with us, okay? Got everyone?
Okay.
Okay, good. So, for example, shoes. What's the brand name that comes up? Yep. For you, what about you? What about you guys, Alex? What brand, when you say shoes, what brand comes to your head?
What brand?
Nike.
Nike? Sorry, they kind of, what did you say, Alex?
Easy.
Arthur?
Jack Purcell.
This popped up, there's so many different brands out there, right? But only one or two probably popped up your head. How about soda? Or power, whatever you call it. What brand comes up on you? Coke?
Right.
Mhm.
7-Up.
Anybody else? I mean, it doesn't have to be different name, just whatever comes, like pretty much like 3 or 4, right? Pepsi, Coke, or whatever. So, but there's so many different names. I mean, the brands out there just for the soda itself. But why those? Maybe because you like that product, but why those are the ones that jumps up in your head? But for example, Coke, that's probably like I think one of you say Coke. And that was one of my things too. Oh, the pops up because we're always seeing without knowing. You drive by, there is a billboard, you see commercial on the TV or streaming, and you just pop up your thing, or you go to the store. You see everywhere, right?
Yes.
So lead follow up doing systematically is that's what Coke or Nike or whatever the other company that pops your head, because you're constantly seeing it, constantly in touch with it without knowing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically that's how you get in top of their mind. Anyway, let's take a bathroom break. Like until like 12. Until 12:30, and then come back and then we'll wrap it up and then just go
You
through.
said 12:30?
Yeah, 12:30. That okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
woman, I asked, who is it? Where does she come? Just to make sure, you know. Oh, we'll be showing on Friday.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
No good. No, there it is. Oh. I know. With the burning face? 2006. I just started there about
Oh. Just, yeah.
I was in another agency. Yes. I didn't change. This is the to begin. So this is the very name of it's close to my heart. Good.
I don't know. Yeah.
Sometimes
You know the backwards, you have like the backwards.
It's not funny.
It's not Spanish.
I don't care. They know what I say. If I get the some guy and say, pinche tu madre, oh, he's little Spanish. He knows Spanish. Don't tell me it's not Spanish. He knows what I'm gonna say.
If I said more like. That's Mexico.
That's right. You know, she tells me the same shit. She's like, oh, you're Mexican Spanish. I live in Mexico. Give me a break. If I went to Colombia and told everybody pinche tu madre, oh, they would understand.
Yeah, or watch Mexican over. Oh, yeah.
Like, the person in the school say, llámame para atrás. Llámame para atrás. Just call me back.
Oh.
And the Spanish in the Spanish say, llámame para atrás.
Different, right?
Llámame para atrás.
Oh, because what they do is they try to almost like born here. They try to translate in English, say like Spanish, but that's not the right way. Because in English it's hold you back, but in Spanish they feel like
It's all reversed.
Right.
it's like quick. I heard people saying quick, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
We have to understand three languages, English, Spanish, and
Spanish.
Yeah, it's
combination, yeah.
We were talking about new people, don't each other, you know, kind of just, act as many people as you can. Yeah, there's something out there, build your contacts.
Yeah, I try to speak, I try to all about my personality.
Yes, good.
No, you don't have to.
No, we get to names.
Okay, our countries, we know everyone. It's so hard.
It is.
Know the neighbors. It took the pandemic to me to get to know my neighbors.
Yeah.
No, that's,
We did.
in Los Angeles, it's like that. Everybody in Los Angeles is an asshole. Your neighbors, your next door.
And people are guilty.
It's how we get.
That is part of the answer.
You know, when the pandemic started, everyone was at home and we were forced to
No,
go out, so we met our
when
neighbors.
someone tells you I'm busy, I'm too busy, that's complete bullshit.
But we don't see, Los Angeles, people here, yes, it isn't how we're in a big city, so people are been very, very stressed in a rush. They don't have a lot of, people, like, even people, when we go to the desert, people are very different. they'll talk to you a lot more, you know, when we go to the dentist or
Yeah.
so when we go to like Palm Springs, we go to other cities. That's right. Yes. Yes, they're more pleasant, they'll talk to you more, they spend more time to talk to you here, yeah, LA, which is true, people in LA are very different. It's like very.
Yeah, my
When they're
neighbor
nice.
is so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true, when you go to other states, other cities, people are really different. That's true. That's true.
This was so nice, and I never talked to them before the pandemic. We were all just busy, they were to work and to say hi from.
Maybe it was you.
Maybe it was.
Well,
We never saw anyone. We just saw the cars leaving, but we never talked to anyone until the pandemic started.
I know, I know everything about my neighbors. I know all the chisme going on. I know everything. I know everybody's business. I know what everybody's doing. All our tenants, I know what each tenant.
Well, you kind of have to because you're mentioning them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already they would have to know the.
Look, you got some issues. You have some big problems. You gotta get over stop being shy. You're gonna get hurt. People are gonna hurt you. And you're gonna have to expect it. And when you get hurt, on to the next one.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah.
So you got some big challenges ahead of you. You just can't stop, keep thinking, oh, my English is no good.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Because I have the same problem.
Okay, wait a minute, both of you fools, right here. You hear this instructor right here standing?
Yeah, I have an accent.
Yeah, come on.
I've been here longer than any of us.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She doesn't care. She doesn't care what she sounds like, and I was gonna wait for her to talk to you directly about, I don't wanna steal her gun, but when we were talking to Patricia the other day. And she told us a story about her husband. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You need to talk to Patricia, so tell me the story about your husband and his accent. You might change your life, but it changed her husband's life. All right, fine, you're not reading. Here's the story. I'll give it to you quickly what Patricia said about her husband. She's an agent in her office and her husband. I think it's from Mexico. She's from Mexico. I'm not too sure. Peru, just from Peru. I don't know about her husband. But her husband is ESL. And he had a heavy accent. And one day, this is the story she told me, I'm trying to remember. One day her husband was talking to one of his co-workers. Oh, and this is during Zoom, I believe. And her husband said, you know, I don't like Zoom. I have this accent. And I don't like, you know, I don't like when people might not understand me. And the coworker said, what are you talking about? I understand you fine. You have an accent, but I still understand every word you're saying. So you don't have to worry about it. And you realize he said, huh, he's right. I talk with an accent, but people still understand me. They don't look at me like, yeah, good. They don't do that. He said, sure, I still talk and they understand every word I'm saying. I say it with an accent. So what's the big deal? That changed his life. He said, after that, he thought, so calm, walking around. So, yeah, I think I understand you. You know, I'm self-conscious. I have this accent. Then last week, somebody said, Fred told you have this accent. People love that shit. People like it. If your ear is a little more tuned, like, oh, interesting. Your accent makes you interesting. They kind of have to listen sometimes a little more intently. See what you're trying to say. Opposed to somebody like me who has a California accent. If I go to Texas, if I go to Georgia, I have a little bit of an accent over there. When someone from the South comes here, I can pick up on it right away. When someone from the East Coast, I'm talking mean, I'm talking far, you know, northeast coast, when they come here, I can pick up on it really quickly. Someone from Canada comes over here, I hear it, I hear them all the time. Everybody has accents.
Yes.
Some are more harder than others. So both of you, Cass, stop. You have accents, but you speak English beautifully. And as long as they understand what you're trying to say, you're slower, you know it. She's fast, she speaks English fast. She,
Yeah, like, right now, yes, yes, yeah, I know so many words. Sometimes I try to make the sentence correctly, but I still study.
okay, keep pushing. You know, the only way to get better and better and better is to have more and more conversations. And I can tell you this, I can preach, I know. I've been in different countries long enough where I picked up the language. You put me in France for 1 month, as my French starts getting very good. I've never been in France for that long, I've been in France for like 2-3 weeks at a time, that's it, several times. Put me down to South America, I told you, came back speaking Spanish, I put me in Japan for 4 months, I came back speaking Japanese. You have to have conversations every day to make sure.
When I came here, I worked with Spanish speaking people for 4 years, so I really practice a lot.
I was in Tijuana for 1 week, and look at what I learned to do.
And you need that's why you're learning about it. So, yeah, it's.
Alright, so then,
You know what helped me? Because I homeschool my girls, I don't go to public school. And teaching them the logic of English, it helped me so much, because when you go to like ESL, they don't teach you like that. The sounds of phonics. Why this sound is different, why it has this letter next to it, so the pronunciation is different. That helped me so much, so if you can get like kinder in first grade, like books, so you, because it helped me, like even when I'm reading, now I know that sound is different than what I thought, because I'm teaching them, and it helped me so much.
Yeah, I learned in then I'm telling on children.
Where are you going? Venga, venga. ¿Para dónde vas? ¿Para dónde vas?
alright,
Wait.
his office is upstairs.
Wait. I don't think she said that you want to go upstairs.
Everybody back online?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know how many people are back. But let me get started. Okay, great. Yeah.
Almost done anyway, right?
Yeah, almost done. Okay, well, here's the questions. Kind of wanted to like talk about it so you know what you can do today, as you know, how you'll be follow up. But kind of wait, okay, so I want to start with this question. How am I using conversions to let the person know that I'm on real estate? Because most of us are new here, so how are you letting everybody you know that you are now a realtor in the real estate world? And how to contact you and how to refer business to you. Don't know who's back online, but anybody want to share what you're working on right now? Yeah. Just kids. Okay, yeah, it's not back. It's really hard to do. I wish this was on video. Okay, together.
Can I answer that
Oh, you're
question?
here, thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to answer that question for my husband. He's not here, but he had this question yesterday on a call.
Okay,
And he's always in the hospital.
okay.
And so he said in the call, he was asking, he's in the elevator and he asked me as well, and he'll reach out to someone in the elevator, hey, you know, not only am I delivering babies, I'm also delivering homes, I'm doing real estate right now. Oh, great, let me know when you're gonna get started. I mean, we don't have any business cards yet. So, and his question would be, if he were here, is that considered a contact? Should it go in
Absolutely.
command? And
Yeah.
and how should he follow up with that elevator?
Yeah, the elevator conversation that you have like 30 seconds, right? But that's
Right.
definitely lead
Exactly.
generation. So good for him. And you don't really need a business card. You know, now we have a cell phone, we can exchange phone numbers, but it's good to have a business too. So in 30-second elevator conversation, yeah, I do real estate, I'm in real estate. And just find out how you follow up. It depends if it's a homeowner or if it's somebody who's renting. If it's a homeowner, just I was like, hey, do you live nearby in this neighborhood? It's like, yeah, I am. Oh, what neighborhood? And just find out kind of like where they live. And everybody homeowners are now curious because about what is happening or what's going to happen in the real estate. You know, we are in a shifting market, we're changing, and all these headlines that you see, you hear on the media, TV show, email, anything, wherever you look, sales is softening, sales is down, it's very negative. And a lot of homeowners are concerned because they remember back in 08, when market crash, they're scared, they're concerned, you know, and everybody wants to know what's going to happen. So if they're a homeowner, I was like, hey, have you been following the market, the real estate market? Yes, no question, maybe if not, but I'm gonna give a little quick little update, couple seconds update, like, yeah, basically I'll say, do you want me, would you like to know what's happening in your neighborhood? I can give you market activity report, basically comparables that you can just print, you know, because they want to know how much they owe, how much their house is worth, and what is happening in the real estate. So I would just ask, would you like something like equity report or market activity report where your home is, your neighborhood is, where you live? And if they say yes, no, you know, just, yeah, just something like that to offer something, the certain part of your, piece of your business, like that you can offer service to, give value to, like answer that question they have. Yeah, so that you have 30 seconds or so in the elevator. I guess my goal will be find out how I can offer value to them, finding out what's your question, what's his or she question they have about the real estate. It's about a home buying, a home selling, about the market, and then I'll give you value, basically answer their question they have.
Okay.
It's more better if it's a specific question they have, because they will carry on the conversation. That makes sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and then just best way is get the name and the contact information. That's why if I just randomly
I met somebody when I was walking a dog a few months ago, and he was a homeowner. So I just like thought, we were just talking about, yeah, I live here too. How long have you lived here? That typical questions. And then I offered, the market is start seeing changes because interest rates went up back in May. And that's when the shift starts showing up. And then I ended up giving market activity report, I called it. It's basically CMA without going any detailed about particular home. It's just about the neighborhood. It's very easy. You just pull like the last 30 days, this many homes sold how much? Average days are this. What's the price, list to price ratio? Meaning listing price and a sales price ratio. It's like 103%. That means most of the sellers sold in that month getting 3% above their list price.
Okay.
That kind of conversation. That kind of information I just put together, straight from MLS, and I gave it to them. And now we're having a conversation to list their home later on. That's just like one example, but just like that, answer questions. Answer their question, their real estate question they have. Because they have such a particular question. If it's a buyer, it's different. If it's a home seller, it's a different. If it's an investor, it's a different. And then even the seller too, if it's a downsizer or move up seller, it's all different. That's why when you do, actually this is a good point. Thank you for bringing that up. So when you do lead follow-up, you can just give all the same information to everyone.
Okay.
Because like we just talked about seller, there's so many different types of seller. If it's your lead is for sale by owner, then that information we provide might not be same as downsizing seller. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we want to give specific question they have. Answer to their specific question. Downside, investor. It's the same thing with the home buyer. First time buyer information, move out buyer, investor buyer. They're all different. 1031 buyer or seller. It's all different, right? So as you get to know them, you will know how to lead follow up with them by knowing what their needs are, what their question is. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that actually might be, let's go. So you get to customize your touch plan, meaning this is a lead follow-up plan by phone calls or text or company, whatever you do, or if that is phone calls and text that for annual occurrence number for the top. It could be pop by that we talked about, or it could be phone call, it could be text, or it could be cup of coffee. It's like $5 at the Starbucks or whatever. Hey, you want to grab a coffee? And then they're like, some of the friends or already they might be open to say yes if they're interested in having a private conversation with them. But remember, face to face, belly to belly, phone call, voice to voice, way more impact and cement your relationship over text or emails. And so how you follow up is using a system like this. You can make your own. It doesn't have to be 4 phone calls. You could do 2, or you could actually minimum 4 is recommended, but you could do way more than that too. And a 12 newsletter or email, whatever. I do 12 emails, 12 newsletters that goes out, and quarterly market report. And if they have a home anniversary, or I know when they moved in there, I send annual home anniversary report to let them know how much home we appreciated or something like that. Or periodically, when I have a new listing or anything like that, I send property video to them. So they get touched by me a lot. And I definitely do buy a birthday card, home anniversary card, if I know their wedding anniversary or something. I drop a card, a call, or something like that to let them know that I know I care and I think of them. So you get to customize all this, but the real estate information, you also want to customize who you're targeting.
Right.
Yeah. So for the elevator conversation, for your husband actually, or anybody, when you talk to anyone, find out who they are. Is a buyer, seller? If so, what kind of buyer, what kind of a seller, and then what their question is. and then answer that question they have. If it's seller, if it's an investor, for example, they want to buy an investment property, when they want to sell investment property, you might want to let them know that in order to save on the capital gain, are you familiar with 1031 exchange? Or homeowner already, and then you go check the title, and if they don't have a homeowner exemption, it's a free service. And a lot of times they do have it, but some owners don't have, they need to save like $80 for their property tax. But if they don't have, you can mention or give them, oh, by the way, I know you bought home last 2 years ago or something, and I noticed that you don't have a homeowner exemption. It's not much, but you get to save $80. It's free. It's easy to fill and file it too. And then you give it information. It's something like that. It doesn't apply to the home buyer to be, but it applies to the home seller or homeowner. I'm sorry, a homeowner. So all this can be customized. So you have basically different follow-up systems for the buyer, the seller, and then that branches out to first-time buyer, move up seller, move up buyer. Move up means they own a home and they want to either upgrade or
Downside.
move out to somewhere, yeah, and investor buyer, all that. So I think your homework for this session is to start creating your own annual 19 to connect the tax plan, and I think you can work with it. Any question about that?
No, that was very helpful.
Oh, okay, thank you. Anybody else? Anybody have, what about you two? Yeah? Okay. We don't have to. It's great. Okay, so. Okay, let's focus on the value before we only have like 15 minutes, so very quickly, value. We kind of talked about that. The value and the personal communication. We just kind of talked about custom made, tailor made to your lead type, basically. Yeah, because if I'm sending first time buy information to an investor, it's no value to them. Right? So I guess your assignment is to work on your time, is to create your follow-up plan, general follow-up plan, like what you're going to do first by making like this general plan, and then customize to seller, buyer, and then branch it out to that. That's the plan. And then how you share value and information is stats and data, especially right now. We all know we're in a shifting, changing market, so everybody wants to know what's going to happen, but we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We thought that interest is going to go keep going up. Well, it went up a little bit, and then what it's going to do next, we don't know exactly. We can do basically a guess, but to become knowledgeable and educator for your client is knowing your market and knowing the stats and what's happening in the world. Do you guys use certain service for that? Like to get the information about what's happening or data
For market updates.
Yeah.
We've looked through, InfoSparks actually is a good tool. I think it's a good spark.
Yeah.
Good tool for stats. Your title provider that you build a relationship with the title provider, they can give you market stats and do market updates.
Yeah, InfoSpark is actually a free service that is an MLS. You log in and I think the first dashboard, bunch of like square icons pop up. InfoSpark is free and it gives you neighborhood data. You type it in neighborhood name or zip code or city, whatever, or MLS area number, and it gives you how many new listing came last month, pending, active, sold, average days on the market, list to price ratio, multiply price per square footage to average sales ratio and everything. Data with the graph too. So people who like those things It's very useful and it's free. That's what I use to do market update too. And I also use different professionals who do researches, and I watch them, I read about them, and I just educate myself on a national wide level and also local level using Keeping Current Matters. It's free. You can pay for it, but it's great. And I love data and graphs too. So I use their data and the graph in my videos and stuff like that. And Stephen Thomas, he's a local guy, and he mainly does LA County stats. And I think he does like once a week, I think. You watch them? Medium? Stephen Thomas. Yeah, I'll put it in there. Yeah. He gives weekly market update about how the LA County world real estate is doing. So you get to know nationwide what's trending in the real estate and also the local state, and also those in all the other articles. You educate yourself and then translate into the language that everybody can understand, so you can share that with your client. Stephen Thomas. Steve Thomas and Steve Thomas photo. Let me double check. I'll put that in the chat. The first one is the Keeping Current Matters. Oops, not typing. Keeping Current Matters is nationwide stuff and information, but overall, it's kind of like, you know, the trend is the same here. And it's free, you can pay for it, but it's free too. And you can get data, information, graph, and every Monday at 8 a.m. East Coast time, I believe. He does like a 15 minutes deep dive, and he talks about what's happening about the rates. So it's great because he translates all the data and everything into language we understand. And the other one is Housing Report. That's the name of the hold on. Yeah, it's great. Yes. Keeping Current Matters. Hold on 1 second. See. Oh. So report. There you go. Check them out on Facebook, YouTube. They have a bunch of videos that you can watch to get to know what's happening in the world market right now. And more you educate, right now it's a very, very unique market. It's not the same as 6 months ago. The last 2 years been really a unique, unusual market, but now we're changing it, and it is everybody's question what's happening, and then we don't know exactly what's happening. But these guys will tell you with data information, so you become credible to your client. And basically they tell you what to tell your clients, and you tell that to your clients, all of a sudden you look super shiny experts. And then real estate is hyper local, remember that. So, you know, if the clients live in, let's say, Carson, you want to give them Carson stats by using InfoSpark, which is free, it comes with MLS. And, you know, that's just a great start for, without spending money. All of it. Housing Report is, if you want to subscribe, it's like a $150 a year, which is dirt cheap compared to everything else, but he's great. And you know, he does it on YouTube Live, so you can see his video to educate yourself. So that's a really good, I'll give it a shot, just watch him and then like find out how they're talking about real estate market. And then you learn what they say and you tell your clients. My videos and everything, all the information, I don't make it up, that comes from them. Make it sound smart, but it all comes from them.
And I have to give credit to Sammie, because Sammie and Brian do really great market report updates.
Homemade video.
They do really good videos. So I have to give them credit. Yes.
Oh, thank you. It's not fun making videos because I'm not that generation, but hey, video is the way to communicate. So another thing about lead follow-up, think about video text messages. Works great. open house, you can follow up, like email. What's the chance of them actually opening it if it's they're in their spam mail folder? Probably they never gonna see your email that you sent or text messages. They'll see it, but then that's it. Nothing personal doesn't stick to their mind. But if you do video message, most agents don't do that. Text message, and it can be 10 seconds, 15 seconds, because nobody wants to see 10-minute video. But just saying in front of the property before you close up, hey, this is Sammie from Keller Williams. I'm at 838 Pine Avenue in Long Beach. Thank you so much for stopping by open house today. I hope you got this. I was able to answer all the questions you may have. But I have access to all the homes for sale in this neighborhood, any other neighborhood. So if you run into a home that you like, if you need more information, or if you need a private tour, just give me a call or text me. I'll get your information. And if you need, or just whatever, like just something like that, super short. More you make a mistake, more you look like you're not edited, better it is, 100%. So just, I hate my voice. I hate the way I look and everything. And I'm foreign. I'm speaking second language here, so I make a mistake and accent and all that stuff. But whatever. Nobody will correct me, by the way. Some you acted it's terrible, it's R, it's not L, nothing like that. Just do the video text message to like the person, if they give you a text number, I'll just share when you text contact information or my contact information to them, I'll just, if I could, I would just also do video. Like can say, hey, just wanted to say, it was nice meeting you. I'm gonna send you a text message with my contact information, my business contact information. So if you have any question about the real estate, just hit me up. And I also wanted to, have that. Just something about video face to face has more impact over just plain sentence. But it's just the way it is. Yeah. So give it a try. As part of your lead follow-up, if you're gonna text them, try the video text. Yeah, you would do that. Do that in Spanish.
Yeah, I did a video in Spanish for in my Instagram and in my.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be social media. It could be 10 seconds. Let's say I'm sending it to your friend, and then, hi, I'm Patricia. Do it in front of the Keller Williams, the sign in the front desk. Okay, the big Keller Williams. Yeah, the velvet one, and it's like, hey, I'm the chief. Hey, it's Patricia. I'm sorry to let you know. I'm in the real estate now, so I know there's a lot of questions out there right now about real estate, how the markets go, how the interest goes. Call me or text me. And here's my contact information. Bye. 15, 10 seconds. Yeah, and then you can use it, the same video, to every.
Yeah, so right now I try to set up my comment and then I have some like 50 names and I will try to do all of you say.
I think we do it for everyone. I'm not just here to build your database.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just putting everybody, first of all, everybody on your phone. Can you open your phone? I want to show you, even if they don't have like 5 friends, not fully.
No, the 15.
Yeah, 50. If I do have a lot more friends, I don't have to get contact with them. So you go to contact everyone all the way, or scroll all the way down, and you have 317 contacts. That's your database.
Same summer.
Okay, you want to talk about right? Yeah, everyone, everyone is in contact. That's database is in contact because they need a place, they need a place to live, they know somebody.
Yeah, it is the last week. I was in vacation in El Salvador. And I give some my business card. Some people think to have a family. And they just say that I am in this business. Yeah.
And if that person said, no, it's actually my uncle thinking about moving to Tennessee, you have a team, meaning Keller Williams, that you can refer to. So, and then, then it's not like, oh, I have great agents actually in whatever the city in Tennessee. Then we connect you to a really great agent over there. You can do that too. So Your horizon. Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions of people? Any questions? Or comments?
No.
Okay, sounds like a no, so. Alright, I guess pretty much that's it for the class. Thank you. Don't wait.
Thank you so much.
Communication. We kind of did this. Oh. So Alex and I were just talking too. So where your lead come from? I think you guys went through this already. Yeah. So I guess it's just like a reminder that database is not only one, it could be, and you could do so many different things to get the lead. And I guess it's like a lead generation class thing. So yeah, this is like exactly finding out what their question is. What are they, seller or buyer? Tell me more. So what are your questions? What's your challenge? What do you want to accomplish? And oh, this is a killer way. So what would that do for you and your family? Because emotion moves. Logic makes them think, but emotion, they make them move in the act. Yeah, that's why that's a killer way in famous question there. And this is a command thing. What we went through, make contact with the lead, you put in your database, and now you're having a follow-up and to make a contact, and you convert that lead to the client, and you make a sale, and then it goes down to new business from them or repeat business from them. So that's the whole chart about it. So it's the same thing after the sale. They don't disappear. They stay in your database as a past client, and you stay in touch with them using 36 to convert or 3619 to connect whatever your lead follow-up system is. So you will continue to be on top of their mind when they are ready to do another real estate transaction, or when they run into somebody who mentions real estate, they will refer your name to that person. We kind of went through that, so cut through. But anyway, actually that's the end of the class. So any questions, feedback, please share with me. If not, you're all done. And then, yeah, sorry, I was kind of all over the place. I just got the manual like 10 minutes ago. But Thursday, I'll be more organized and we'll have way more effective class.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sammie.
If you see me at the
Thank you.
office, please say hi. Any
All right,
questions?
will do.
My door is always open.
Great. Thank you.
Oh, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's 3 times a week.
3
times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
The what? The class?
I think every day.
Every day except